This is the official website for Sunfrost Studio when I'm building my animated series, The Last Prophecy. But this website has actually gone through 3 different AI tools. I first designed it in Stitch, then moved it into Google AI Studio to continue building it. And now I'm moving the whole project again, this time to Codex. So today, I'm going to show you how I migrated my existing website from Google AI Studio to Codex, connected the workflow from GitHub, and got everything running on my domain again. Hi, I'm Abigail. Welcome back to Abigail Builds. If you've been following this channel, you might have seen me building this website using Google AI Studio. And you might also remember I have encountered some problems trying to push my project to GitHub. I eventually solved that by installing GitHub Desktop to my local laptop, and I actually made a separate video about it. Since then, the direct GitHub connection in Google AI Studio has started working for me again after I have tried Codex. So technically, I don't really have to migrate, but I've been enjoying using Codex so far, so I will continue to use Codex. And since I'm already a ChatGPT user, a subscriber, I thought instead of moving my workflow back again, why not continue using Codex? So this isn't a Google AI Studio versus Codex comparison. It's more like I'll be showing how I move my existing project over from Google AI Studio to Codex. It's more like a migration. So I'll show you what my workflow looks like right now. So let's get started. Before we migrate anything, let me quickly show you where this website actually started. I originally created the design in Stitch. Once I had the direction I wanted, I brought it into Google AI Studio. And this is where I continued building and expanding the actual website. So I already have a working project. I definitely don't want Codex to generate another website from scratch. I want to take everything I've already built and continue from there. So in Google AI Studio, first we need to click Code. And as we are in this code page, there's an export button on the top right. What we're trying to do is to export the code as a zip file. After we have downloaded to the desktop, remember to unzip the file. In order for us to use Codex, we need to download ChatGPT to our desktop. So here is the link. After you have downloaded, you will need to switch from ChatGPT to Codex. Then we need to install GitHub CLI. So copy this installation. Then we will go to our terminal. For Mac, we use terminal. For Windows, you can use command prompt or PowerShell. These are the commands that we will be typing into our terminal. We'll start with the first one. Bash brew install GH to install GitHub. Next, bash gh version. So we can check the GitHub version. Next, we will have to bash gh login for GitHub authorization and login. So in the terminal, you have to answer a few questions such as where do you use GitHub? You have to answer github.com. What is your preferred protocol for Git operations in this host? You reply HTTPS. Authenticate Git with your GitHub credentials, yes. How would you like to authenticate GitHub CLI? Log in with a web browser. Then you need to copy your one-time code. After you have Ctrl+C, you just have to press enter and you will head to this link. And paste your code over here. Next, bash gh status. After you finish this step, you follow the next one, bash the cd/path/to/your/repository. You can also bash these two below, gh report view and also ghpr list. After you have completed this step, head back to ChatGPT desktop and we are going to create a project. So you press project and we're going to import the previously we have downloaded the zip file from Google AI Studio, right? So we have to import that extracted zip folder into ChatGPT. Okay, you have to name the project name and create project. Then next we have to type in some prompt. I will need Codex to do some inspection to check the architecture, the structure, the configuration, and dependencies to check if everything is going okay. So I do this prompting. Usually it will take a while to complete, so you go grab a coffee and come back, it should be done. For Google AI Studio, they have this auto preview where we don't really have to type anything, so we can see the preview on the right side of the screen. But for Codex, they don't have it, so you can either prompt create the preview or start the preview, and they will generate the preview so that we can see how our website looks like. And they might ask you, may I download the website's npm dependencies so I can start its local preview? All you have to do is just to click allow once. Once we are done, we are able to see the preview on the right side of the screen. Finally, once you are done with your website front end, we have to push it to GitHub, so you just prompt push and commit to GitHub. The final step is to create a pull request. So all we have to do is to prompt create PR to the main branch. Or for this instance, I just type merge the PR and it works too. So I'll just use it. So now I have my website up and running. So if you want to know how I actually created this website from scratch, from using Google AI to using Cloudflare, and also to set up the mailing list, you can go back to my previous video to have a watch. And that's it. The website is officially migrated. I actually expected this to be more complicated, but because the project was already in GitHub, so I didn't have to rebuild anything. I just have to bring over the project. And just to be clear, I'm not saying that you need to move from Google AI Studio to Codex. Google AI Studio is actually working for me, including the GitHub connection that I had problems with before. But as I use Codex more and more of my script writing and character sheet building, all these are generated with the assistance of ChatGPT. So I was like, okay, since most of my information, the data that I've given it to ChatGPT, so why not just use Codex instead? So I will continue developing the same website from here, Codex. And I have quite a lot more that I want to add on to Soundforce Studio website, so we'll see how far Codex can take me from here. If you're interested in vibe coding, building with AI, or following me while I somehow try to build an entire animated series and the platform around it, subscribe to Abigail Builds or like this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.